We talked a lot about schools, about how to connect with schools and how schools and teachers are getting to the end of their school year now. So, and you guys jump in if I'm misrepresenting or.
Oh no, that's great. You go.
Some stores have an entire department devoted to schools, and obviously that pays off because they get a lot of money out of it. So they have teacher nights. They have reps come to talk about the books, and the key there that I got was continuity with the relationship. So you just have to keep on hammering away and develop the relationship with particular teachers. One day, you know, that is going to really pay off. Meg said that she had a store get one teacher buying 1,500 copies of a book for the entire school. The entire school read this book, and one store spent a lot of time getting this business together. And that's a huge sale. It was work, nice, but a huge sale pays off in the end, and it's, you know, a lot easier than spending time selling one book 1,500 times. We talked about bookmarks. So bookmarks with a 10% coupon on the bottom. Amy said that she had huge success with local tourists coming in, and she would mention it at the register. This is a bookmark with a 10% off coupon on your next purchase. And tourists would come in and they would buy a book, and then they would come back, or they would pass the bookmark to one of their friends, because a lot of tourists don't just stay one day, they stay more than one day, and they, you know, need something fun and easy to do with their kids, so they'll come back into your store, and brings repeat business. And then on those coupons, we talked about putting them in the visitor centers, at the local chambers, and another thing for mountain towns is having people come and visit you, and lots of people want to buy host gifts or hostess gifts, and so having a section specifically for that idea of having, you know, hey, here are great gifts to give to your host, and you got a lot of sales out of that idea. It may not necessarily say, hey, these are great host gifts, but a section with that kind of in mind. And then what else? We talked about the concept of book fairs and teacher appreciation days, and then that book fairs still work, which I think is something to be said, and how you could maybe translate that into not just school fairs, but community fairs. So maybe you bring in a hospital and have a speaker, a medical speaker, who is somebody who is very important in the medical community, and would bring in people that wouldn't normally come into the store, which was the key there, is really trying to outreach to different areas and different customers. And we talked about discounting. A key factor in discounting is evaluating what you're giving away and making sure that the discount is actually working. You don't want to just automatically give away a discount, but Nicole was saying that her 10% book club discount is very popular and still increases sales. So you want to make sure that you're not just throwing away money to everybody who comes in the door just because they walk in the door. Let's see here. We talked about putting advertising. Who said the Parents' Handbook? You said the Parents' Handbook was very popular. We talked about recreation center brochures. The recreation centers are very popular in Colorado, and there are a lot of them. The key with downtime is don't ever let people forget that you're there. So I thought that was a really key point, is that you can cut back on staff, you can cut back on a lot of things, but you don't ever want to drop your guard about making sure that people know who you are and where you are, and that you're still around and giving good service. And then the last thing we talked about was just independent business alliances, that is a very good thing and works really well for everybody who's who's doing that, and I think that's it.